Welcome to my channel. I'm Hannah Max, and today we are doing a Plan With Me February, my monthly spread on this bad boy right here. I really like this book. I've purchased it last year, and last year as I said, it was quite rough, so I couldn't really finish it, but now I've started again, and oh my god, does bullet journaling bring me joy and happiness. This year I wanted to do something new and try techniques I haven't tried before. So now we are doing it. I'm really nervous how it will turn out. First of all, I'm using coloring pencils, not Sharpies or any kind of ink-based pens, which really makes me nervous. I don't really have the best pens, so if you ask me what I'm using, it's like I bought it for 50 cents. So yeah, if I'm gonna be a proper YouTuber, so hi! See, this is my color with me 50-cent pencil, and you can get yours at your local cheap shop. So yeah, but I'm gonna use it anyway. Let's see if I've heard this thing that good pencils and good Sharpies and equipment in general does not make an artist, and I fully agree with it. I've had arts for hobbies for a long time, so yeah, I think we can get something done. And maybe this will inspire you too. When I first started bullet journaling, I had the cheapest book ever and the cheapest pencils ever, and I was just thinking, like, I'm not gonna spend my money on the pens and books if I'm not sure I will continue doing it. I think that was a really financially smart decision. Now I'm still doing a bit same. I'm trying to use all of my ink-based pencils and stuff like that, coloring pens. Like, I'm trying to use them before I purchase new ones. And I think that's really smart of me. Maybe for some themes I will, but at least for February and March, I definitely will use what I have. And for February, I wanted to do something really special to me. I'm gonna use a coloring pencil of blue and try to create all of like these different shades of blue, and I'm gonna bring porcelain into this book. I really feel inspired. Last year I inherited this 100 years old plate set. I don't know, porcelain set, I don't know the correct term for it, but basically this. And I wanted to do that, but I wanted to do it as blue because I always like imagine fine china and everything else being blue. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So enough rambling. Yeah, here's the plan with me. So I am beginning the plan with me by sketching out what I kind of want to do. As I said, I wanted to do something new this month that I haven't done before. So I'm using this blue wooden color pencil. As I talked before, it was a really cheap one, so don't ask me what it is. And I'm kind of sketching out where I want everything to be. Here are some pictures about the inspiration I'm going for. As I said, it's like this blue, porcelain, cottagecore, slow life aesthetics that I really love, and I just named it Porcelaincore. So yeah, that's what I want to do. I feel really inspired by this beautiful handcrafted porcelains and these beautiful flowers and the plates that I already own, but I didn't want to do it as red, I wanted to do it as blue. I am imagining these flowers and these pages as like a rectangular plate, some kind of a decor item, I guess. And I'm shaping these flowers in it, and I'm starting off doing the basic shapes with the blue pencil, and I'm kind of seeing as I go where this goes. One thing that I'm particularly inspired by is Finnish nature, and if you didn't know, our national flower is lily of the valley, and I wanted to incorporate that. I'm seeing a lot of fine china and porcelain plates with scenery and beautiful local artifacts and people, and I wanted to bring kind of the scenery that I see and the things that I love in here. So as you can see, I'm kind of sketching leaves and all of this stuff that I think could be found in a porcelain plate this size, and this width with, well, yeah, you got the gist. So I'm kind of sketching it all around and trying to color it, and then using my ye old trusty rainbow um, measure, I don't know, measurement tape. No, it's not tape. Well, anyway, I'm my rainbow. I'm using it. Yeah, and then something really tragic happened. So this was one of the first videos I filmed, and my battery died, and I didn't know how to, oopsie, still fix it. So I'm gonna show you the end result in the end, but for now we just kind of have to go on with this. I don't want to trash the whole video by missing a few parts. So after the cover page, I moved on to the monthly spread, and then after that I moved on to my notes. And I wanted to do after my monthly spread notes because I found it really handy when you have to write something down, but you don't want to squish it all into this tiny square, and you have to remember it day by day. So it's really nice to have it in the beginning, really close by, and then maybe some diary sort of notes after the mood and habit tracker. Here I'm using this kind of a font that I made myself. So it is inspired by some Danish porcelain. They have these, I think they are Danish, they have these beautiful long lines with kind of a dotted ends, and I wanted to incorporate that to my fonts this month. I used it on the cover page for February and for the monthly spread for the month. And I also found out doing the monthly spread that doing the edges of the pages really made it feel more elegant and more porcelain like. And I just didn't want to do like plain stripes or anything, so I wanted to do like this little more girly, softer, beautiful, ornamented sides. But I really wanted to also keep it simple. And in case you were wondering and couldn't see it, my hand is aching. It has been such a long time since I actually used any of my coloring pencils that I'm really squeezing it. So I kind of need to chill out with it. But yeah, so you can actually do these edges. I decided to go with this small little dots and like flowers and rectangular lines. No, circular lines. And I thought it came out really pretty. And here is our favorite guest, Max. So I think you know where this is going. My name is Hannah Max, and it literally derivates from him. So he will be our guest of honor in, I think, everything that I do at home at my table. Max just won't leave me alone, and I love him for it, and he's always my mama's boy. And so, yeah, now you can see me kind of sketching out where I want everything. I was first thinking that I would do this giant ornamental side piece, but then I kind of disagreed with it, and I decided to go with basic, the edges and framing that I kind of talked about earlier, and then add major elements to it later on. With the edges, I wasn't that precise. Even though the original porcelain was crafted with the utmost talent and uniqueness and craftsmanship, I decided I'm gonna go for like this artisan type, hand painted kind of vibe, and then I didn't have to be symmetrical. That was one of the main reasons why. But yeah, that's what I wanted to do, and this is how I did it. And for the habit tracker, I kind of made these cute little squares with this scalloped edge, and I wanted to use blue to track my habits and what I've been doing. And I thought it's just cute and kind of girly and womanly and soft. For the mood tracker, I wanted to do something really different that I haven't done before. So, in a lot of porcelain plates, I saw these beautiful ornamented flowers and their beautiful ornamented sprouting leaves and this kind of roots. So, I wanted to incorporate that to the mood tracker. Note, after using it a month, I would have done it definitely differently. So, if you're gonna do it, maybe have more space or then just do a different one. This is also nice. And now that I think about it, I would have done the small petals a bit larger so I could have colored it the way I wanted. But yeah, I really wanted to use one color, one pencil for this whole spread, so I didn't want to do anything like having to color in 4 different shades or anything like that. So the way I did it was made this beautiful lily of the valley kind of leaves right in the left corner of the page, upside corner, up corner. Well, yeah, you saw it. And here is another guest of honor, Pippin, or Peregrine Took. Those who know. And he's another cat and also a mama's boy. So yeah, you will be seeing him too in the videos. And as you can see, actually about the coloring in of the leaves, I tried to keep it a bit similar to the porcelain plate, so I color more intensely in the kind of lines and the edges, and then I color more lightly in the uh, inside of the leaf, and I think it has a real nice effect. I wanted to have these vines forming from the leaves. And within these vines, I wanted to have these small petals, and the small petals would be kind of a sprout that a new vine or a flower or whatever you would want to draw would bloom. And then I thought that I could do a different kind of a sprout or a blooming flower or whatever you call it for each mood. And I really thought that was a nice idea, and it was. It's just February only had 29 days, so I could have totally used more like space for it. And now it became really cramped, and it's okay. At least I learned. Let's take it as a cool learning experience. But still, it could have used a bit more space. So definitely, if you want to do this kind of a mood tracker, use more space. And here you can see me adding just the finishing touches, drawing the moods, numbering the habit trackers, and so on. I really like how this turned out. I must say, like going out of your comfort zone might be my new favorite way ever doing bullet journals. I like to do my bullet journals most in the natural light, which I get a lot of in my apartment. So, of course, when it went out, I waited for the next day to begin again, and I wasn't in a hurry. And now you'll see Max also in the video. Sometimes when I start to draw, he would like to participate too, so I lay some papers for him.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
So he can like mirror the behavior. But yeah, poor Max. I swear I petted him and hold him and gave him treats before this. So that it wouldn't be too boring, I just skipped this next part. What I basically did, and I'm gonna show you a bit of it, I made these edges for a few pages and I left them empty. I might have written down notes or emotional notes. I like to separate them so I can like have a logical side of my thoughts and emotional side of my thoughts and look back on it and really reflect on how I was feeling. So that's what I did. And I love this beautiful ornament framework that I did, even though it isn't really ornamented, but I think it's really pretty. And I felt really enchanted by it, so I continued to do that for my first weekly spread. So here you can see me doing my weekly. I like to use a lot of different weeklies in my bullet journal, and even in 1 month, I like to switch them up. Sometimes I really benefit from weeklies, and sometimes I like to drop them off. For instance, if I have a lot to remember and a lot to do and a lot of work, I really benefit from the weeklies. But if I don't, I just drop them off and like manage on more of an overview of the month. But this month, I thought that I have a lot to do, and surprise, I didn't because of das Kostang norovirus. So yeah, but yeah, you can see me doing incredibly hard maths and calculating how long the grid will be and how wide it will be, and then drawing them. Usually, it's easier for me to make 8 boxes and leave one for weekly small notes. Also, following the scalloped edge theme, I think it's really pretty and really suitable for this one. Now here I also added small dots on the edges of the scalloped edge. I also wanted to inspire myself and put a small quote down there: be gentle, love yourself. Now for the finishing touches, the numbering, and we're good to go. Now here is the full flip through, and now you can see also the pages you missed, and I'm terribly sorry about that. But I really love how this turned out. This might be one of my favorite spreads that I ever made, just because I went out of my comfort zone and really did something new to me. Now I'm still getting the hang of the microphone and everything, so thank you so much for watching and listening, and if you have any tips for mic settings, please let me know down below. But yeah, that was it, and I love you all. Bye bye.